On December 29, 1972, Eastern Airlines Flight 401 took off from New York en route to Miami, carrying 176 people. Unfortunately, the flight ended in tragedy when the plane crashed into the dark, remote swamps of the Florida Everglades. Investigators later determined that a small issue, a malfunctioning landing gear light, distracted the crew. As they tried to troubleshoot the indicator, no one noticed that the autopilot had been disengaged and the aircraft slowly descended until it crashed, killing 101 passengers and crew. Now here's where things get creepy. The disaster left behind more than just wreckage. It also gave rise to some of the most famous ghost stories in aviation history. If you're into strange, unexplained tales, hit that like button and let's dive deeper. After the crash, Eastern Airlines salvaged parts from the wreckage and installed them in other L-1011 planes to save costs. Soon after, eerie reports began surfacing. Crew members and passengers alike claimed to encounter the spirits of Captain Bob Loft and flight engineer Don Repo, two crew members who lost their lives in the crash. These weren't just glimpses of shadowy figures. Witnesses described their apparitions as solid, lifelike, and sometimes even interactive. Flight attendants reported seeing Repo's ghost inspecting the cockpit or standing near equipment, as if concerned about the safety of the flight. In one account, a flight attendant saw Repo's spirit in the galley and heard him say, "There will never be another crash." Later, mechanics discovered a malfunction in one of the salvage parts on board, avoiding what could have been another disaster. Captain Loft's ghost was often seen in the cockpit, sitting silently alongside crew members as if supervising. Some flight attendants even quit their jobs, refusing to fly on planes rumored to contain parts from Flight 401 because of these ghostly encounters. Eventually, Eastern Airlines removed all components linked to the doomed flight from their fleet. But the eerie encounters didn't stop there. The crash site in the Florida Everglades has also become a hotspot for paranormal activity. Visitors to the area report strange lights hovering over the swamp, sounds of footsteps in the water, and disembodied voices calling for help. Some describe encountering shadowy figures dressed like flight attendants, and many leave the area overwhelmed by an eerie sense of sorrow or fear. Think Captain Loft and Don Repo were watching over these flights to prevent another tragedy? Hit that like if this story gave you chills. Would you feel safe flying on a plane with parts from a haunted aircraft? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, follow, and tag a friend who loves a spooky story. You don't want to miss the next mystery.